Hello viewers, this month we will examine the topic Partnerships for Development as we take a closer look at innovative ways in sustainable tourism for dealing with Sargassum seaweed. The Caribbean Tourism Organization is pleased to showcase the efforts of UWI Surmees and the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, and it is our pleasure to introduce a young innovator who has turned the problem of Sargassum seaweed into a thriving business venture.
The beach. Pristine, unspoilt, and picture perfect with warm sand caressing your feet with gentle impressions every step of the way. Sadly, the last few years have seen an unwanted visitor to the shores of regional destinations. And although a natural occurrence, Sargassum seaweed has proven to be quite a nuisance. Since 2014, sizable floating rafts of this brown algae have been drifting into the Caribbean archipelago and wreaking havoc in coastal zones, unsettling coral reefs, turtle nesting, and fisheries. Of course, this also disrupts the tourism industry, which relies heavily on the marine environment. To help address this problem, regional governments, NGOs, and private partners have been working with the Center for Resource Management and Environmental Studies, CERMES, a department within the Faculty of Science and Technology at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. The center, which provides guidance, consultancy, and professional services on topics related to environmental resource management, is spearheading regional efforts to manage sargassum.
Sargassum, of course, has plagued the region within the last 5 years, and naturally, of course, because we are a resource management, research, and teaching organization, the region reached out to us, heads of governments, via our principal to find out what we would be doing to assist. So we held a symposium. I think the first symposium was back in 2015, and we pulled people from across the region and here in Barbados, and we had a discussion about it. Basically, that was the period in which we were trying to understand what was happening. We were trying to understand how it was affecting the various sectors.
With the launch of a Sargassum Outlook Bulletin, CERMES is also leading the charge for constructing influx prediction models that will help tourism and other stakeholders tackle the sargassum problem.
One of our most recent and things that we're quite excited about is the development of a Sargassum Outlook Bulletin, which would translate not only the prediction model but look to more or less collate impacts and inform stakeholders, be it fisheries, tourism, other coastal communities, about the type of things that they can do to cope with sargassum.
I think people would like sargassum to just go away, and it's like how we want hurricanes to just go away. The reality is that it's with us right now, and we have to learn how to deal with it.
Another example of Caribbean nations employing collaborative approaches to manage the sargassum crisis comes from the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association.
There has been a collaborative effort involving the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, the Ministry of Maritime Affairs and Blue Economy, the Coastal Zone Management Unit, the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, and the National Conservation Commission, which also has direct responsibility for the cleanup of the beaches. It is certainly not a Barbados problem. It is a problem that stretches throughout the Caribbean, but I think it is very important that we do collaborate with CARICOM to deal with this as a CARICOM and as a regional problem.
As the region grapples to manage the continuous influx of sargassum, Johanna Dujan, a talented young entrepreneur from St. Lucia, has been exploring innovative solutions. He founded the first indigenous agriculture biotech company, which produces a liquid fertilizer made from sargassum seaweed, and is currently expanding sargassum removal services in his native country.
Back in 2014, I saw a serious issue with the sargassum that was affecting St. Lucia and the wider Caribbean, and I sprang into action through a nudging that I was feeling to do something about it because nothing was being done. And the vision when I started back in 2014 was to create a line of organic products from the sargassum that could be used both for commercial agriculture, backyard gardening, farming, etc. we have now partnered with an organization from Canada and one organization from France. And this basically is going to introduce to willing or interested first movers in the tourism industry space in water sargassum collection. So you do not wait till it gets to the shore. We set up booms to contain it, and then we have that machine driving along the edge of the booms, picking up that sargassum, so it never makes it to shore.
The Caribbean islands and people are unique and diverse, yet we often face common challenges which require pooling our knowledge, skills, and resources to demonstrate Caribbean oneness and confront the issues as they arise. Remember, we are one sea, one voice, one Caribbean.